So you've got this amazing idea for an online community, right? But then you start thinking about the cost, the complexity, and, well, for most of us, that's where the dream just kind of stops. But what if I told you that whole assumption is just wrong? What if building your own social network was actually simple? Let's dive in.
Yeah, I know what you're picturing. You're thinking of massive server farms, huge teams of developers, billion-dollar companies. The whole thing just feels completely out of reach. But today, we are going to flip that entire idea on its head.
Because what if building your dream platform was less like trying to build a rocket ship and more like, well, ordering a custom burger? That is exactly what we're breaking down today, a simple menu that lets you pick and choose every single piece you need.
Okay, so every great burger starts with a solid foundation, right? The bun. And in our case, before we even talk about a single dollar, let's look at the incredible platform that comes standard with every single order. And get this, it's completely free.
And just look at what's packed into this bun. This is not some bare-bones, stripped-down starter kit. We're talking over 200 core social features, profiles, feeds, groups, the whole shebang. You get 100% custom branding, so it looks and feels exactly like your platform. It's ready for mobile right out of the box. You get lifetime updates, and even a developer API is included. All of this is the free foundation you build on. All right, the bun is ready. Now for the main event, the patty. This is where the main cost comes in, and the model here is just beautifully simple. You only pay for your active users. This isn't some giant scary upfront fee. It's a cost that literally scales with your success. And just look at how this works. When you're just starting out in that seed stage with maybe 100 users, you're looking at 50 cents a person. But watch what happens. As you grow into the thousands and then tens of thousands of users, that cost just plummets. This is the magic of scaling, right here. Your cost per person doesn't just stay the same. It gets dramatically cheaper as you get bigger. And it gets even crazier. 1 cent. Once your platform hits that enterprise level, we're talking over 100,000 users, your core cost drops to a single penny per person per month. I mean, that's the kind of scalability that makes building the next big thing feel genuinely possible, right? Okay, foundation is set, main cost is clear. Now for the really fun part, the toppings. This is where you get to customize your platform and make it totally unique. Think of these like special ingredients you're ordering from other expert kitchens, amazing third-party services that you can just plug right in. So, for example, maybe you want to make your community extra secure. No problem, you add some Authy for two-factor authentication. Want to keep the bots out? Just add some Google reCAPTCHA, like the pickles. A lot of these services even have awesome free tiers to get you started. Or, hey, maybe you're planning on taking your community worldwide. Easy. You can add some global spice with interactive maps from a service like Mapbox, or automatically translate all your content using Google's API. You just plug in whatever service you need. And of course, what's a social network if people can't talk? You can add some video call bacon with services like Twilio or Agora for literally pennies per minute. You see the pattern here, right? You're not building all this complicated stuff from scratch. You're just adding it to your order. Okay, so we've seen all the ingredients. We've got the bun, the patty, all the cool toppings. But what does the finished meal actually look like out in the wild? Let's check out a few real-world examples to see how this all comes together. First up, let's look at a private network for 5,000 medical patients. Now, security is everything here, so they've added toppings like two-factor authentication and encrypted video calls. And their total cost per user? A mere 37 cents a month. They monetize it with a small monthly fee plus charges for consultations. It's focused, it's profitable, and it's incredibly valuable. Now for something completely different. A huge gaming community with 100,000 users. Because they've hit that enterprise scale we talked about, their per user cost has dropped to just 7 cents. It's wild. They've added toppings like real-time voice chat and even some AI from OpenAI to help with moderation. Their whole model is built on pro subscriptions, a totally different audience, but the exact same powerful, scalable principles at work. And finally, the ultimate example of scale. A mass market social app with over 1 million users. Their total cost per user is less than 2 cents a month. It's almost nothing. They've chosen really smart, cost-effective toppings like Backblaze for storage, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. Their strategy is pure ad revenue, and they bring in about 30 cents per user. That is a massive return on investment, all built on the super flexible modular model. So we've seen how affordable the core platform is and how you can customize it with all these toppings. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, this secret sauce, if you will. A simple choice that can absolutely turbocharge your profitability. And here it is, the golden rule. To get a massive return, you have to be strategic with your biggest variable costs. By choosing specific, super cost-effective providers for things like data storage, you can fundamentally change your entire profit margin. This is not a small tweak, folks. This is a game changer.
And here's exactly why that rule matters so much. Look at this. When it comes to cloud storage, a big name like Amazon S3 can be almost 4 times more expensive than a focused competitor like Backblaze or Wasabi. So by making one smart choice for a major ingredient like storage, you can slash your operational costs by a huge amount, up to 70%. That's the secret sauce to being incredibly profitable at scale.
So there you have it. Building a social network isn't some impossible dream that's only for the tech giants. It's a menu of options. It's a series of choices. The bun is free. The patty scales right along with you. And the toppings? Well, the toppings are yours to choose. So the only real question left is, what will you create?